So do you ever wonder how Vegas casino bosses and dealers stop people from counting cards at blackjack and what the possible consequences can be if you get caught doing that in a casino? Or how about the biggest tip anybody ever got, or what kind of person even gives that kind of tip? See, we're going to be taking a part of our famous high energy live streams that we do here on Not Leaving Las Vegas and clipping it out when we had a conversation with the awesome owners of the CEG Dealer School and Casino Quest over at the Fashion Show Mall. We stopped in there for a conversation and they opened up to us, giving us all sorts of awesome information you'll find right here in this video. You know, I don't think anybody, when they're a child, says, I want to be a casino dealer when I grow up, but you'd be surprised. Listen into the interview and see how much you can actually make by dealing cards at a casino and what it really takes to move up the ranks. They actually did a study, the toy company Lego, where they interviewed and surveyed 3,000 kids from the United States, the UK, and China. The United States and the UK, the number one choice of a career when they grew up, ages 8 to 12, was YouTuber. And kids, it's not as glamorous as you think, so stay in school. But this video is brought to you by our channel sponsor, Pinay Magazine, and my name is Steven, and I am not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. Make sure you do like, share, subscribe, hit the bell for future notifications, and tell us in the comments below, what did you want to do when you grew up? And did you actually get that goal, or did you find something better? Leave us a comment and let us know, and if you like this video, tell us. We'll do more just like it, and we'll get some interesting interviews going for you. Now, Pinay Magazine actually sponsors this channel, as I just mentioned. They're an awesome Philippine women's magazine, and they actually are targeting all over North America. They bought the billboard over at the side of Resorts World, and they're really nice to sponsor the channel. They're a great magazine for guys because they got all the pretty ladies. The ladies like the content because it's women's, geared towards women's interests, and Filipinos like it for obvious reasons. And I don't know why they chose me. It could be because my wife, Sweet Caroline, actually makes, she's Filipina, and she makes masks with VegasFaceMask.com, no S at the end. So check the masks out if you guys need a mask due to government variances or ordinances, that is. And if your work requires them, we have solid colors, plus all sorts of designs like these classic vintage Vegas looks. VegasFaceMask.com, no S at the end. 2 for $25. Goes around the back of your head, not your ears. Easy to breathe through. Stays on your face. Handmade from start to finish. Thank you guys so much. All right, the commercial's over. This is my 14th time filming this intro. I wanted to get it perfect because these guys are a blast. If you like this video, again, comment, and we'll see you in another one. Now's the time where we say 1, 2, 3, click as we intro into this video. As Steve D on our channel once said, 1, 2, 3, here's the interview, and click.
Everybody, my name's Alex. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. We got 2 YouTube channels. You can come visit us. This is our main location, like I told you, 2nd floor next to Dillard's. And we also have CEG Dealer School if you want to learn different casino strategies. And we also have Casino Quest, our 2nd YouTube channel. So we do all the casino games here. We got roulette right here. We got poker. We got blackjack. Right now we're practicing Pai Gow. And then of course the most intimidating game is craps. So we have 3 craps tables. We have a 14-foot table and we also have 2 12-foot tables. I would say this is probably like 80% of our business.
So why do you think the craps is the most intimidating game?
A lot of boxes, a lot of circles, 3 guys staring at you. So that's usually the common, that's usually, you know, the dice, the game's really fast too. There's not really much time, you know, especially if it's a busy game. They don't really have to, people are like, even me, I play craps, I want to get the dice rolling.
So how do you become that guy with the tuxedo with the beautiful ladies hanging off your arm winning in craps all the time?
You come here first for 20 bucks an hour, then you can go over to Indochino down here and grab a suit, and then hopefully at the food court you can find some girls, and then you can be that guy. We can help you with the first 2, the craps part and then the suit part down here at the end.
So how much is it in, it's an hourly, right?
20 bucks an hour. You can walk in, it's 11 to 7 every day, or you can come visit us, make a reservation on our website, especially if it's like groups of 4 or more. We usually prefer that way we can staff properly. We also do, even pre-COVID, we were doing bachelor parties, tour groups, you know, we had we can even do like groups of 60. I mean, we got offered to do like a gender reveal party in here too. We got all different types of groups in here. So yeah, come on down. It's pretty cool here too. And also too, you can also drink. You can go buy stuff and bring it up here.
Oh, you can buy stuff at ABC stores. You can buy the alcoholic fun stuff.
Yes, you can have fun up here and have a couple cocktails and hang out here. And
nice.
yeah, but we're hoping that once football and conventions start again, it'll be good. Weekend business has been good here. It's just the weekday business. Typically, traditionally, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is slower here. We're hoping that once convention business starts again, we'll be good.
So you grew up in Vegas.
Yes, I'm born and raised here.
Okay, do you have food websites?
Casino Quest right now, the YouTube channel, we're pivoting towards food as well. So I'm doing like food reviews. David and Dennis does a thing called D&D. So it's Dennis and David. So they go eat and check out random food stuff here in town. We try to give people options when they come to Vegas that's not on the strip.
So who's this other content creator you
Yes! We have Kelly over here.
So I have 2 channels. I have Slot 500 Club, so that is more just slot gaming and maybe room tours and stuff. And Beyond Blackjack, that's the newest channel, so that's blackjack and table games.
What are they going to learn on those channels? Is it strategies or how to play, or do you just play the games yourself?
So for slots, there's no strategies. You just put your money in the machine and you usually lose it and just hope to have
That's right. Well, yeah, there's
right?
that. Hopefully you earn enough rewards from the casino.
You get some free trips out of it. So Beyond Blackjack is a lot of me just playing, but also tutorials as I'm playing. I'm talking about my hands and look, but you do you, I will say. Your money, you play how you want to play, but I will talk about how I am playing and why I'm playing the way I'm playing.
People always like to think blackjack, they can count the cards. Now, how realistic is it, you think, for the common person to just say, I'm going to count cards and clean up?
Well, I don't know how to count cards, so I don't know how realistic it is for other people. But I will say I have a lot of card counters that watch my channel because they talk about it and they like to talk about what the count is. So I do think that it is something people can learn. But I also will say I think the casinos do a good job of probably deck penetration to make it more difficult.
Now, do you know the basics of it, or am I putting you on the spot to ask you the basics? Can you explain it real fast?
Like basically certain low cards have a positive value, 7, 8, 9's neutral, face cards are a minus.
Okay.
So obviously the higher the count, the better the chance. But just to let people know, card counting is not a guarantee. We've had plenty of people in the casino counting cards and they still get whacked.
And it's also not exactly illegal, but it's not exactly legal.
They'll just back you up. Obviously, it changes your betting behavior. Floor supervisors are trained to look out for that type of thing. But the average person can learn the basics. You can do passive counts and see if you're plus or minus in the shoe, raise or reduce your bet. But in general, I would say to run down a shoe, it's very difficult. I mean, 6 decks, 8 decks. You get off the strip, you can do 2 decks. There's a few places still that do 2
but
decks.
even with single deck, they're penetrating half the deck.
When you say penetrating, what's that term you're saying?
So with the deck of cards, they'll cut it in the middle and only use that part.
Oh, okay.
So you can't get it
before they shuffle.
Harder for you to follow everything. Very
And
cool.
it's very obvious usually when someone's counting. Like when you're sitting at the table with a card counter, they're like studying the cards, not talking. So the dealers usually know, and it's a good way to get 86 from a casino really quickly.
Now, technically, the only thing I know about it, because I read the book and saw the movie, now I'm an expert.
now you're an expert.
Where I'm still speaking of the MIT blackjack team, but the book explains it. They say the only thing that they can ban you for, like they could arrest you for and put you in prison for, is using a mechanical conveyance. So if you have a
It's
smartphone,
not illegal,
that's illegal though. If you have a smartphone in your pocket and you tapped it every time you saw a number, that's illegal. That's using a mechanical help. If you had a little clicker in your pocket and you clicked it and they found that, then they would put you could be charged with an actual felony trying to rob a casino. If you use your brain, they can just come up and say, you know what, we just really don't like your play anymore. We're going to ask you to not play here anymore.
Right.
If they really don't like you, they put you in the black book and then you're doomed at all casinos for life.
Exactly.
Usually it's like the guy, it's like me as a dealer, I used to be a casino dealer, like, hey, how's it going today? And you could just tell he's like trying to keep counting his head. And it's like, what do you want to drink? Water? It's like the obvious signs that,
Or all of a
sudden it's like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 200, 200, 10, 10, 200. Those are the obvious signs.
So how long were you a dealer for, Alex?
I'm turning 35 on Wednesday, so pretty much like 14 years in the casino business.
And you have your own dealer school.
Yep, me and David and I, we're business partners.
The CEG is on your shirt, obviously.
Yep.
That's the dealer school. And how long does the dealer school last?
So it can take as little as 2 weeks for one game, up to about 3 months, depending. There's such demand right now. Casinos, we're having 3 job fairs a week, different casinos. So we can't keep you a lot of people for 2 weeks or more. So even after 2 weeks, if you have the skills, they're coming in and they're hiring you right off the table.
Wow, what will a dealer make out of the gate? Do they go to Jerry's Nugget right away? That kind of thing?
Jerry's Nugget, believe it or not, is about $18 an hour all told. Tokes have actually gone up. We recently put a dealer there. It's not the worst job anymore.
Okay.
The average off-strip dealer makes 30 plus, on strip 50 plus,
Right.
and there's lots of 60, 70,000 a year jobs. The toke rate in Colorado, 37 toke rate. That's the tips plus wage, 37 bucks an hour. Oklahoma is like 32. Idaho is up there. I mean, all over the country, dealers are doing fairly well. But we have a lot of Canadians. We have people from France, Spain, all over the world that have come out, that have seen our channel, come out and learn from us. We have very big dice class. Dice is probably one of our biggest things. I've been at dice still a very long time. You got to break in. No, because it requires you have some presence. You have to break in. You have to start. You have to deal with the issues. You know, dealing like just a base game, $5, pretty easy. The problem comes when you have a player that comes in with, you know, lots of money, or they're difficult, or what do you do when you have a card down inside? You have to have some presence on the game. You have to know how to react in lots of different situations.
Okay.
And that's what someone at the Aria knows how to do, or Bellagio, for example.
Okay.
So it used to be in Vegas, you were like a 6-month dealer, got you to like the next tier or the next level of casino. You break in, you'd start out at a low. My first job was a Golden Gate. I did 6 months there, and then I went to the Gold Coast. I did a year and a half there, and then I ended up with a strip job. So then it was like 1 year, when you're a 1 year dealer, 2 year dealer, 5 year dealer, and then you see a lot of the 10-year dealers that are at, Bellagio, Center Strip. That's no longer a thing, by the way. You can get there a lot faster. The key is really to deal at scale, to find those jobs where you can deal higher limits and deal with that kind of personnel. So a lot of times for us, it's not just, it's not finding the right casino, it's sometimes finding the right boss, because having that boss experience, and how they put you and you getting around all the games, creating that pit environment, that's what the bigger casinos look for.
Without us getting casinos mad at you, what's the top tier casino that a dealer would ever want to work in this town?
Here in town, it's Aria, Bellagio, Cosmo,
Caesars.
And Aria are the top two. Caesars used to be, their Baccarat, Palace Court used to be the best job in town, without a doubt. For many years, they kept their own tokes.
Wow.
And now, obviously, it's a split. They still do very well. But for a long time, the Palace Court Baccarat dealers, they were the most well-paid. They got tipped card. I mean, the stories, the legends of the things that they were tipped over years was phenomenal. His mom worked Palace Court for many years, and so she was part of that experience.
Now, what's the biggest tip you've had somebody report that they've made on a single night or a single player?
So we recently had a friend of ours ran the Strat, and they went dealer for dealer there recently, and we had one of our dealers made $7,000 in 2 days.
Oh my goodness.
Working at the Strat. She has this personality that's amazing. I mean, literally amazing. She doesn't even have to like call or ask for the tips. She just has one of these personalities that you feel like, oh my God, I got to give this person some money. But I think the most I've ever heard of is in a 1 day tip, like 7,500, something like this. Most I ever made was 1,750.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest drop I've ever gotten at Cosmo, he can bet 25,000. He won, and he threw me 50,000.
Whoa.
So, and then obviously we share that amongst the dealers. We made money that day, but that's the biggest tip I've ever personally
Kerry Packer was known for 200,000.
Yeah.
So who's Kerry? Sorry, Kerry Packer is?
Kerry Packer was considered like the biggest George of all time in Vegas. He was the biggest whale. Kerry Packer fosters beer, a big Australian magnate. When he came out, he's since passed away. But he was the biggest player Vegas probably ever knew at any time. There have been some bigger Baccarat players but in terms of just how the dealers thought of him, he's paid off a few houses for cocktail waitresses. He's a legend when it comes to Vegas.
So guys, check out Casino Quest. Is awesome chatting with you guys.
Thank you.
You guys are great. Thanks guys, appreciate it. All right, let's move along before the mall closes and we get locked inside, and then we're like a Natalie Portman movie about being locked in Walmart.